Let me make it extremely clear that I am extremely pro-Second Amendment. There's no question about it, and I would never allow for anybody to tamper with that right, because it is so important. Why do we have the Second Amendment? It was because our founders recognized that if our nation was invaded, if the citizenry had the ability to aid the military, we would be a much more formidable group of people. And that seems kind of far-fetched these days, but maybe it's not so far-fetched, particularly if we don't solidify our borders, particularly in the South, because, you know, we think about people from Honduras and Mexico and places like that coming in, but, you know, there are people who are watching us. They're all over this world. They're called radical extremists, Islamic terrorists, and they are going to get in here any way that they can. And when they get here, we need to be able to fight them, particularly if we have an administration that won't fight them. We have to be able to fight them ourselves. The second reason for the Second Amendment was so that the people would be able to defend themselves against an overly aggressive government that wanted to exact tyranny in this country. And we don't ever want to see that happen. Recognize that in order for the next generations to enjoy the same freedoms that we have, that we have to exercise the same kind of courage that people had before us. Think about Nathan Hale, teenage rebel, a spy, caught by the British, ready to be executed. He said, "My only regret is that I have but one life to give for my country." Think about all of those soldiers on D-Day who stormed the beaches of Normandy, being mowed down by the Axis forces. Hundreds of bodies laying on the beach, 1,000 dead bodies. Did our soldiers turn back? Were they afraid? Of course they were afraid, but they didn't turn back. They stepped over the bodies of their dead comrades, knowing in many cases that they would never see their loved ones or their homeland again. Why? Not for themselves, but for you and for me, so that we could be free. And now, the baton is in our hands, and we must make absolutely sure that we will never allow the right to keep and bear